A lot of people are very upset with the capitalist system here in America.
What about property rights, though?
What's your take, capitalism or socialism? Which one's better?
Well, it's interesting because they're both methods of how to deal with money. Capitalism is a way to handle money in your society. Socialism is also a method for handling money in your society. Then you have people that are trying to take a more enlightened and perhaps better informed view and ask, is money still truly necessary? Now that's when you start being accused of being a socialist, because you want to talk about the obsolescence of money. But the cold hard reality, even if we as a species aren't ready to confront it, the reality is the fact that technology has enabled us to make money obsolete. We can produce enough for everyone. It's not an idealistic tree-hugging statement. It's a simple mathematical fact.
Yo man, nice get up. So why are you here today? What's going on?
I'm not a man, first of all, and number two, I'm here today because it's day 11 of the occupation and I want to come out and support it.
We're all not really sure like what to replace it with. Any ideas?
Some kind of like 80-20 socialist model. 80% socialism, 20% some capitalism, free trade.
You know how much I paid for these clothes I'm wearing, but women that made these got paid 3 cents.
Communism is a movement of the economic elite, not of the downtrodden masses.
So what kind of benefits would we get from having like some kind of more quasi-socialist kind of economy?
First of all, it will put an end to banker speculation.
Banker speculation means gambling.
That's exactly what it is. It's gambling.
$180,000 turns into $2.4 million when that plane hits the World Trade Center.
It's almost the same story with American Airlines.
请问你会不会说中文? Alright man, I gotta go soon.
None of us here are fully aware of what the actual history was around the start of the Marxist movement in the Soviet Union when it began. There are some people today who try to stipulate, possibly accurately, that the Marxist movement was in fact co-opted by Lenin, who was shipped in from Germany in a sealed boxcar. Now, again, that's conjecture and not verifiable by anybody here. The basic teachings of Marxism do accept everyone, period, end of sentence.
Communist Manifesto is the abolition of private property.
What about property rights, though?
This also deals with permits, land fees, having your land declared a floodplain. First 150 years of America, remember this wasn't always here, when you own your land, you had absolute title to the land and no other party can lay claim to it.
Well, we didn't have a certificate of occupancy, which is true by law, by code. You're supposed to have a certificate of occupancy, but by code, the next step would be for the owners to, contract a proper contractor, which they did, which was me, as a Milwaukee general contractor, was the name of my company at the time, to go back and file the necessary paperwork for the certificate of occupancy, which we did. They used that particular building to go and do an inspection of the land, and they looked at other building projects, and there may have been 1 or 2 building code violations, and they utilized that as a reason to shut down all the buildings on the land.
Confiscate your land for non-payment of taxes. So this is plank 1 of the Communist Manifesto.
The sheriff, Howard Richard Seals, come out and do the building inspections. And we're like, he's not an inspector. Why is he doing the building inspections?
What about property rights, though?
Back in the day we used to build our own homes, and we can't do that anymore for some reason.
Yes.
You have inspectors coming out be like, oh, this isn't up to code.
Cities have that. They have what they call, your planning, zoning, building inspector, or they have marshals that work for the planning and zoning.
Oh, there was no doubt the sheriff was only there to seek information. His whole purpose and goal of coming was to see, what he could get into, and see what he could use against us.
We gotta simplify that,